guys, Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Welcome to another edition of Monster Producer Podcast. I want to thank all the Monster Producers that are out there. My goal for that program is 250 members by the end of 2017. And as you know, being in the program, and if you're not in the program, you should be in the program, is that we start with a dominant focus. That is a single tangible outcome that we'd like to drive in a 12-month cycle as measured in 30-day windows. We believe a monster producer is a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. Because of that belief, we've created a consistent and systematic coaching program that allows you to systematically build your business with high levels of accountability, lots of enlightened relationships, and 2 new business structures every single month. We also show the path to becoming a monster producer and then a mega monster with lots of demonstrated capacity. And so here's what our subject is today: how to be in the business of transformation. How to be in the business of transformation. And for those of you that were in our class in January, this is a reminder and a review of what we covered. We covered this concept of how do we get another person to fight for us in the market? Where does our strong referability come from? How do we transform? And if you remember, I said that the most lucrative business in the world is the business of transformation. And transformation is very different than transaction. Transformation is people come to you one way and they leave you another way. I come to you insecure and I leave you with confidence. I come to you with fear and I leave you with courage. Okay, that is transforming a low thought of value to high thoughts of value. Transaction is, I'm not changed. Nothing that you did has changed me. It's not changed my life. It's not changed anything that's happening in my life. Okay, there's no transformation. Because there's no transformation, then there's nothing for me to go talk about. And you hear us say a lot, where there's no transformation, okay, where there's no usage, there can be no transformation. Where there's no transformation, there's no referability. Referability is when great people go tell other great people how great you are because you got them to a better state. Now, what's happened in a high demand economy is that we've accumulated so many customers that it's become very fast-paced and transactional. We don't have the structures in place. We don't have the systems in place. We don't have the methodologies in place to get a person to a much bigger level. And so it's very random. It's very sporadic. We don't move them to where they want to be. And therefore, when they walk away, we don't collect the 5.7 referrals that we should be getting as a result of the experience. So what do monster producers do? They step back and they ask this question: how do I get my clients to a much better place? How do, when this transaction is over, it was not transaction, it was pure transformation. You changed my energy. I'm in a much better place than I was before I came to you. Matter of fact, that's why I'm coming to you. You are in the business of transformation. And so when you think about these concepts, there's a parable that I talk about in the Bible of Luke 8, chapter 8, verses 1 through 4, where Jesus is going from city to city to city. He's got the 12 disciples. He's got 3 women, 2 women and a business manager, Joanna, and they're basically going from city to city to city, spreading the good news. And at the very end of that verse, it says, and many other people who were contributing from their own resources to support Jesus and his disciples. Now, here's the question: why would a person contribute from their own resources to support another man's mission? You back up a few verses, it tells you. It says that they were cured of 7 evil spirits and diseases. If you were cured of 7 evil spirits and diseases, what would you be willing to do for the person you think transformed you and cured you? See, they came one way, they left another way. And because of that, they were willing to contribute from their own resources. You know what that is? Referrals. A referral is when great people go tell other great people how great you were for them. You got them to a much better place. So in this class, what we really did is we broke down the customer journey from the initial interest, how you're feeding your pipeline, right, to the courtship, which is the farm club, the 7 touches, right, to the commitment level, which is the highest point of energy, okay, to the where you're solving more problems for them, you're deepening your relationship, to eventually you move to the transformation phase. So there's interest, courtship, commitment, solving deeper problems, getting deeper into transformation, driving your referability. You are always getting them to a much better place. So the question for you is, where are you breaking down at? At what point do you break down? Okay, when we come back, I'm going to show you basically how to map out your year and some key points as you move into 2017 so that you are on point. Number one, we know we got to be in the transformation business because it's the most lucrative business in the world when we have millions of people coming to us, thousands of people, hundreds of people to do what? Transform their energy. This is Coach Michael Burt, and you're listening or watching Monster Producer Podcast. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Here's the deal, man. I know you had a coach that yelled and cussed and treated you like you were nobody in the past, but guess what? Coaching doesn't have to be a negative process. I embrace the concept of intense but positive. So if you'll never spend the money to have a coach, if you'll never get in the coaching program, do this for me. Buy this book, CoachBurt.com/new book. And when you do, you get all kinds of free coaching from me. This book can become your coach. So get off the couch, man, and let's go get in the ball game so you can get better. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt back, Monster Producer. First, thank you for being in Monster Producer. If you're not in there, come and check it out. First one's on me. This is a coaching program. We're going to have 250 people in it. We're getting ready to announce Monster Chattanooga, Monster Nashville, Monster Insurance is in place, Monster Mortgage. We're going to announce Monster Real Estate. I'm looking at Monster CPA. There's all kinds of ways that we're going to grow this into a multi-million-dollar coaching business because we believe there's a certain cut of people out there just like you that is interested. And go to monsterproducer.com if you've got any questions. We believe, we had people sign up today, we believe we can help you in a systematic way get to a much better place and transform your business. Now, how are we doing that? Right now, let me tell you what we're doing. We're accumulating data from every one of our monsters. Where would you like to go? What is your dominant focus for this year? Where are you monthly versus, what's your monthly goal versus your actual? Our whole goal is to get you to a much better place and to help you hit your numbers so you draw a direct correlation back to us. When you do, we believe the referrals will be high. We believe the goodwill will be high. We believe we're helping you get to a much better place in the world. So here are 4 or 5 things you need to be doing this month, in the month of January, for your business. Number one, I need your dominant aspiration. Do you know what it is? That is a single tangible outcome you would like to drive in a 12-month cycle as measured in 30-day windows. Single tangible outcome you would like to drive in a 12-month cycle as measured in 30-day windows. It's got to be quantitative. We've got to be able to measure it. Number 2, I need to know what your 2.2 millimeter strategy change is. What is your 2.2 millimeter strategy change? What am I saying is I need 2 new strategies you're bringing to the market this year that you didn't do in 2016. I need 2 more. Okay. Number 3, I need to know the 3 strategies you're going to be using to overcome obscurity and to become better known, to drive up your person of interest score. Met with a business owner today, and I said, man, your number one problem is nobody even knows you got a business. We got a greatness factory here, but what if nobody ever came in it? What if we were just inside this place and nobody even knew it out there in the world? So we got to go out there and bring people in here. So we got to overcome obscurity. We got to push and shove and get our name out there. We got to become better known. We got to become famous. We got to become known in our industry. That's number 3, okay? Number 4, what team do you have to have on board to go make it to the big-time level to hit your dominant focus? You can't do it with just a few people. We can't do it with just a few people. And here's what I noticed when I went to the Dierks Bentley concert the other night. The bigger the artist, the more skilled the band. And they start bringing in great people who really know how to make it work. They know how to make it go. They don't have small-time players on their team. They got big-time players on their team. And so sometimes you got a $12 an hour person, $10 an hour person, $6 an hour person. Listen, man, you can't get to the big times when you start getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper people that are just not that good at what it is they do. You need a world-class team around you that understands how to help you get to a much higher level, not just keep playing at a bottom level. Now, I'm going to give you some bonus material here. Every day you wake up, you meet objection. Objection of people saying we can't do it, it'll take too long, it'll cost too much, it'll be too hard. A big-time monster producer overcomes those objections. Why can't we do it? Yes, we can do it. You're not digging in. You need to push harder. Okay, listen. If you're going to be a big-time monster producer, you know how the Bible talks about putting the armor on of God, putting the clothing on every day. And you know why you got to put it on? Because it ain't normal. Every morning you got to put your clothing on that you're going to go out there and be a monster producer. That means you're going to deflect criticism. You're going to keep pushing. And you're not going to listen to people who have give up on their own dreams. You're not taking advice from the broke financial advisor, from the out-of-shape doctor that smokes. You're only taking advice from people who are playing at much bigger levels than you. Here's the deal. You got to become that person that's playing at a much higher level than everybody else. I believe in you, monster producer. So what's the session about today? Exactly what we talked about in January. Are you getting your people to a much better place? Jesus, 12 disciples, 2 women, and a business manager. Transformation business, I'm willing to fight for you because you got me to a much better place, okay? Number 2, you got to have your dominant focus, your 2 new strategies, your plan to overcome obscurity, and you got to decide who's in and who's out when you're playing at the next level. And at the end, put your armor on. Get ready for the objection because you're going to face it. You're going to face it inside your own company. You're going to face it inside your own family. You're going to face it from your own friends. You got to put it on and be ready to go. If you're not in Monster Producer, go to monsterproducer.com. Why you're not in it, number 1. And number 2, if you are in it, this is what you got to be doing before you come back to class in February. We're opening up a 7:30 to 9 early bird special right at the Greatness Factory. And then we got a 9 to 11 at the Greatness Factory. Then we come into Cool Springs, Nashville. We're about to release Knoxville, Chattanooga. We want you in, baby. And we also got it online for anybody in the world. Go to monsterproducer.com. I'm Coach Michael Burt, and I believe you are a legendary creature. Hey, I'm talking to you. You've been lazy. You hadn't reached your potential. Everybody around you sees something in you, but you're not getting there. You're not getting it done. You know what you need? You need a good coach. And if you're too cheap to spend the money to get in a real coaching program, the best thing I can give you is my new book, Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. This book can become your coach. This book is 25 years of my best stuff to help you get to a better place in your life. And guess what? I throw in a lot of coaching for free. Go to CoachBurton.com/new book and understand what an intense and positive coach can do for you.